Once the vendor locator is returned, an asterisk will appear next to the O. If Nancy had thought our world traveller had finished, well, looks like he's only just got going.
Right. This is really coming together. Now, the flight back from Washington.
To London?
No, I think I'll make it Paris.
Paris? Right, sir.
The thing is, I plan to take a short break when I get back anyway, and there's absolutely no mileage in my going straight back to London. Anyway, all my friends will be there. In Paris, that is.
So, it's Washington to Paris. On which date?
Ah, good question. Let's say the 29th. What have you got that day?
Let me see what the availability is like.
Here's the screen that will help Nancy offer her customer the best choice of flights between Washington and Paris. Galileo's best screen is a neutral availability display, considered to be the industry leader. It includes all direct scheduled flights of all airlines, and it's fully compliant with the applicable industry regulations. The availability is capable of building 4-leg connections and can display up to 10 classes of service on the primary screen. More classes may be displayed with a follow-on entry. Several short-form entries are available with this product to save you time. The many benefits of this product are completely unbiased displays, all direct scheduled flights in the world, dynamic schedule updates, up to 26 classes of service supported for any flight, 4-segment connections can be built dynamically, inside availability is available to any carrier, an industry first, and an array of follow-up entries. Once again, Nancy's customer has plenty to choose from.
Well, I can offer you quite a choice of airlines back to Paris. Any preferences?
Oh, it doesn't really matter. BA, I suppose, or don't they go there? Look, it's not very important. The key thing is the flights. Just tell me what you've got on that day.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be all right. I'll just check how many seats are left for you.
All I'll be thinking about is getting there toot sweet.
Once again, Nancy has a very fast way of checking this out. Last seat availability can be obtained by using a simple follow-on entry. The letter L or B shows the airlines that have this facility. Agents can request as many last seat availabilities in one entry as there are flights on the screen. The entry accesses the airline system and returns the real-time status that they're holding for this flight, enabling the highest level of sell for that carrier, referenced against numerics. The main advantages of this product are that it allows simultaneous transaction to multiple carriers. There are fewer keystrokes, real-time status, and more carriers than any other CRS. And now back to Nancy. This time she's come up with a choice of 3 airlines.
Well, in fact, United, Air France or TWA are your choices. They all have seats on the 29th.
Well, since I'm going to France, I might as well make it the national carrier. Brush up on my French en route.
Fine, sir, we can do that. I'll book you on flight AF23, economy class, leaving Washington International Airport. That's a different airport in Washington.
What class did you say?
Economy.
Oh, come on. Across the Atlantic? It's got to be club.
I'm sorry, I'll make that business class.
Well, I mean, it's a long haul.
It can sometimes be a bit awkward having to change the travel class, but not with Galileo. This is all Nancy has to do. This entry is a short way of changing your class of travel on the flight. And believe it or not, our friend has one more request.
I tell you what, sorry, but I always like to be a bit flexible. I might need that day in Paris to do some shopping. Now, I have flown on the AF816 before. Is it possible to get that flight on the 30th?
Right, on the 30th. It'll be flight AF816. Certainly, I'll book it for you.
And that's it for Mr. Radford. He'll soon be merrily on his way to Paris via New York and Washington. Let's look at the way the system dealt with this booking. Super Guaranteed Sell was designed to give you more confidence in your booking by returning the vendor locator. Direct sells on carriers that have Super Guaranteed or Guaranteed Sell will automatically return a vendor locator at end transaction. This was previously only available through a reference sell from an availability. The benefits are highest level of direct sell in response to agency demand, better customer satisfaction, and more carriers with this facility than any other CRS. And now just to conclude Nancy's saga on the phone, which could have lasted all day without Galileo.
Right, I can confirm all your bookings now, Mr. Radford. That's New York LaGuardia to Washington National Airport and Washington International Airport to Paris. You've still got your BA reservation to New York. Shall I read you out the details?
Oh, no. Just fax them to 722-3568. When can I collect the tickets?
When would you like to?
Oh, no great rush. In a day or two.
Right, I'll have them by tomorrow. Thank you very much for calling, Mr. Radford. Bye-bye.
A system that helps customers who ramble or aren't too sure what they want is surely a great help. Equally, a system that helps you serve someone who's in a great rush, like this customer, Mrs. Rosa Cortez.
Garland Travel, Nancy Kane speaking.
Is Mrs. Cortez here?
Rosa Cortez.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Cortez.
I came into your shop the other day. It must have been, last Monday.
I remember Mrs. Cortez.
I don't want that.
I made a reservation on BA.
Pass me that over there. That, thank you. Yes, it's BA
175.
Yes, that's your New York flight.
It's to New York. I'm travelling to New York on the 27th.
Yes, Mrs. Cortez.
But I didn't tell you what seat I wanted.
It must be the window seat, no smoking.
Oh, I'm sure that would be all right. Let me just check the seat map.
I should have told you at the time. It's very important I get the right seat.
Don't worry, Mrs. Cortez. I'm just looking for you now.
On Galileo, advanced seat reservations are very simple to handle, and Mrs. Cortez will soon have her wish granted. We show seat maps from the airline's own system and formatted to Galileo's standard design. They're clear and easy to read. You can display general seat maps, which show the configuration of the aircraft and seat positions. This display shows where the exits, toilets, pantries and over-wing seats are located. General seat map requests may be made from the itinerary, as you've seen by specifying the flight details. This is an interactive process which brings back the seat data directly from the airline system. Galileo then formats the data into a standardized presentation. To book a seat by the generic characteristic, enter the following. By sorting this out quickly, Nancy gives the customer confidence. The customer feels she's getting good, reliable service.
I got the very seat that you want.
It must be the window seat.
No smoking.
You have it, Mrs. Cortez. Seat number 20A. Anything else I can help you with?
My dear, I've got so much to do. I might have to go straight to the airport. Must I come in to you to pick up the tickets?
No. Would you prefer to pick up your tickets at the airport, Mrs. Cortez?
Exactly, at the airport. No, the shoes must be kept in their boxes.
I don't care how much room it takes.
But in their boxes, please.
I'm just going to double check to see if British Airways have this facility.
And that check will only take Nancy a few seconds. It's on the system. She won't have to phone the airline. To check to see if British Airways accepts a TOD request in a specific country, she uses the following entry. As you can see, the airline does accept TOD using enhanced booking file servicing. To date, more than 60 airlines have contracted to accept this product across all Galileo markets, and the demand for this facility increases daily. Depending upon the airline, you can also request fares, PTAs, limousines, stopovers, and general servicing. The details are then added to the booking file. The input is made up of a keyword, TOD, the carrier code, the MCO number with either the check digit or coupon number, either of which will be validated, issue on demand, the airport from which the ticket is to be picked up from, the issuing carrier, and the filed fare that the MCO was issued against. You may also add free format text. Once the entry is complete, the agent will end transact the booking. Galileo automatically forwards the request to the airline in a structured format as agreed with the airline. On receipt of this request, the airline returns an acknowledgement to the travel agent as illustrated. The benefits are: one entry gives airline full details. Assured delivery. It ensures most efficient airline processing. And confidence for you and your customers. No other CRS offers you this facility. So, Nancy ends her morning with another satisfied customer who'll come back for more.
Mrs. Cortez, no problem with that at all. Your ticket will be waiting for you at the BA ticket desk, Heathrow Airport Terminal 4.
That's very helpful of you.
You've got the seat I want, and you fixed it so I don't have to go back into town. You're an angel.
Now, where do I go to pick up my ticket?
At the BA ticket desk at Terminal 4, Heathrow.
Thank you.
Listen, I could do with your help.
Here.
Two very different customers then. One would have been time-consuming and awkward to deal with had Nancy not had the instant backup of Galileo. This is what allowed her to focus on the options. And the other customer, like so many, was in a frantic rush, looking for fast information and rapid solutions. That customer will certainly favour the agent who can give the efficient response, as Nancy was able to do. We hope what we've shown you today has been useful. It's only a small part of what Galileo's air products have to offer you and your business.